right, let's talk about something that is, no joke, a superpower for pretty much any business out there: AI automation. And here's the best part: you do not need to be a coding genius to use it. So let's break it down and figure out how you can build your very first intelligent workflow, like right now.
Okay, be honest for a second. Think about your day-to-day. How much of it is just grunt work? Copy pasting from one app to another, updating spreadsheets, manually sorting through new leads. All those little things, they add up, right? They're an absolute drain on your time and energy. Energy you should be putting into actually growing your business.
Because, look, in the world we're in right now, being efficient isn't just a nice to have, it's everything. With AI giving automation this massive boost, if you're still sticking to the old manual way, you're not just moving a little slow, you're actually falling. So what's the big deal? Why is this all happening right now? Well, it's because we've basically hit a major tipping point. The automation tools that have been around for a while, they just got a massive upgrade, and it's all thanks to AI. And this quote from an automation expert named Ben it hits the nail on the head. He says, "Now that we have AI, these softwares became 10 to 100 times more powerful. This isn't just about connecting app A to app B anymore. We're talking about adding a layer of actual intelligence. It turns a simple, dumb process into something that can think. So yeah, this isn't some tiny little improvement. It's a fundamental..." Well, what you need is something like a digital assembly line for all your different apps and all your data. A central place, a hub, where you can visually plug everything together and start building these smart processes. And the tool that really acts as this assembly line, the one we're going to focus on, is called Make.com. The best way to think about it is like a drag and drop playground for your business. It lets all your different softwares, your email, your CRM, your spreadsheets, all talk to each other, passing information back and forth. And the best part, you don't have to write a single line of code. Now, to get a sense of where Make.com fits in, it helps to kind of see the whole playing field. You've got tools like Zapier, which is super easy to use for simple 1, 2, 3 kinds of tasks. Then on the other extreme, you have something like N8N, which is crazy powerful, but it's really built for developers. Make.com, it hits that perfect sweet spot right in the middle. And that's exactly why it's our recommended starting point, especially for non-technical folks. It's visual, it's intuitive, so you're not facing this massive learning curve. But, and this is key, it has the power and the flexibility to grow with you. You can build some seriously complex stuff with it when you're ready. All right, we're about to get into something that sounds a little technical, but I promise you, stick with me here. To get your apps to talk, you just need to understand the super basic language they speak. And honestly, it's way simpler than you're probably thinking. And I really want to pause on this for a second, because getting this one simple concept is the key that unlocks everything. Don't let words like data structures or JSON freak you out. Just like the quote says, it really is not rocket science. For real. Think of it like this. When you send info from one app to another, it needs to be in a format they both understand, right? It's like making sure that when app A sends a phone number, app B knows to put it in the phone number field, not the person's name field. Data structures are just those agreed upon formats. It's the shared language that lets them all get on the same page. And you know what? It really just boils down to 2 main types. First, you've got an array. That's just a simple list. Think of a shopping list: milk, eggs, bread. That's it. Then you have an object, which you'll sometimes hear called JSON. That's more like a detailed contact profile. It has labels, right? Like name, Jane, email, jan@example.com. And that's pretty much it. If you can tell the difference between a grocery list and a business card, you've totally got this. And here is the absolute best part. Make.com handles almost all of this messy formatting stuff for you, behind the scenes. That visual interface, it just lets you drag the name from one app and drop it into the name field of another. All you need is the basic idea of what's happening. The tool does the heavy lifting. Okay, this is where it all clicks into place. we've got our assembly line, we get the basic language the apps are speaking. Now it's time to add the brain, the AI that turns our simple automations into something truly intelligent. So a standard automation, before AI might look something like this. A new lead fills out a form on your website. Great. Their info automatically gets zapped over to your CRM. That's helpful, for sure. It saves you a bit of typing. But it's still just a dumb, linear process. It doesn't think. The real work, the digging in, the research, figuring out if the lead is any good, that's all still on you. I mean, it's useful, but what if it could be more? What if the automation itself could actually think for you? And this is the revolution. By just slotting in an AI module, the whole workflow gets a brain. Now, a lead fills out the form, and instantly, the AI goes to work. It researches their company, their role, and it qualifies them against your specific criteria. So by the time that contact even lands in your CRM, it's already enriched with data and scored. It's ready to go. And that brings us right back to this wild number. That's the difference we're talking about here. This isn't a 10% improvement, it's a 10 to a 100 times improvement. It's the difference between saving yourself a few clicks and building a genuinely intelligent, autonomous system that works for your business 24/7. So the most exciting thing about all of this is that this power is now in your hands. The question isn't, can I automate this anymore? The question now is, what incredible thing am I going to build first? And the possibilities here they're just amazing. I mean, think about it. You could build a system that intelligently qualifies your leads so you only talk to the best ones. Or one that writes super personalized emails for you. You could have it generate social media content, summarize your long Zoom meetings into bullet points. Seriously, almost any process you can dream up, you can now build. So I want to leave you with this one thought. Just forget all the technical stuff for a second and just imagine. If you could build an intelligent assistant for any part of your business, what would you have it do first? What's that one thing that would be a total game changer? Because the answer to that question, well, that's your starting point.